uMandela uJayihlomi uMandela uJayihlomi ehlasele Mandla awethu wetsala wirala wetsala wirala viva President Peter Mokaba viva viva President Peter Mokaba viva viva President Cyril Ramaphosa viva amandla viva the ANC viva viva the ANC uClick the ANC uClick viva uzoyithola kanjani khelekhoneni hoyi hoyi ANC hoyi 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 ANC hoyi hoyi. Greetings to the leadership of the ANC, led by the Premier of Gauteng and the Chair of Gauteng, Chairperson, Comrade Panyaza Leswifi, a man of action, and his PC collective. Greetings to the ANC Youth League, led by its convener, the former chair of COSAS in Gauteng, Comrade Ntsako, and his collective and all his regions. The leadership of the African National Congress, the leadership of the ANC Women's League, branches of the ANC, greetings to the former president and former SG, President Votam Balula, who is the current SG of the African National Congress. It's only him and President Nelson Mandela who have become both SG and president of the ANC Youth League. No one has ever done that. Comrades, today we are here in response to the commitment we have made at the gravesite of President Peter Mokaba. Before the conference of the ANC Youth League, we went to the gravesite of Peter Mokaba and made a commitment to the former president of the Youth League, Peter Mokaba, that we will revive all structures of the Youth League and will use his name because he's a man that was fearless, that was highly attacked from external and internal by force of doom. They thought that the name of Peter Mokaba will die with him. But we've committed in the Youth League that we will revive and the spirit of Peter Mokaba will live with us. That's why we're here in Gauteng today, to revive the spirit of Peter Mokaba. Comrades, volunteers of the ANC, isikhathi sokudlala sekho, isikhathi samafinyela asikho, sifike la sizothi kini, we're here to revive your spirit that all of you must go to all corners of the country to defend the revolution against counter-revolutionaries. Everyone today, every Tom, Dick and Harry today is a leader of a political party. Umuntu khane family yakhe nabazali bakhe avuke ekuseni athi yena uzaba president of South Africa. People are going around lying, saying that the past 30 years the African National Congress has done nothing. The African National Congress has built schools where there were no schools. It has built houses where there were no houses. It has put water where there was no water. It has built universities where there were no universities. It is only the African National Congress that pays you for being born, pays you for living, pays you to go to school, pays you to go to primary, pays you to go to high school, pays you to go to university. When you are done, gives you an internship and pays your family, builds your mother an RTP house, gives your mother electricity, gives your mother water, gives your pregnant sister free medical care. Now it can't be true that the African National Congress has done nothing in the past 8 years. But we're saying more must be done. We've told the president of the ANC that he must declare the unemployment of youth in this country a disaster. Because all of these efforts that the ANC has done, if there's high level of unemployment of the youth, all the achievements will be reversed. It can't be right that majority of young people are on the streets unemployed in South Africa. When we have majority of minerals are based here in our country. All the minerals that are used by different countries to develop their economies, they take them from here. Now we've told the president that we want export quotas. Because we're not a youth league that just complains. We're a youth league that has got solutions. We're saying that not more than 70% of raw materials must be exported. These raw materials must remain here in the country to revive the secondary industries and tertiary industries. The reindustrialization program of the ANC will only happen when the raw materials of the country are utilized to create employment for the youth. It can't be right that the youth of South Africa remain unemployed when they've got so many minerals that can resolve their problems. Our minerals of South Africa must resolve our socio-economic problems faced by the youth. We've told the president that it is not right that a Europe that has no raw materials but survives on our raw materials. We're saying that if the Americans want to put sanctions on us, so be it, because we must put South African first. It can't be that the youth of this country remain the face of poverty when they live in a country blessed with raw materials. We told the president that we are not a very peaceful youth league. The volunteers that are here, they are going to do door to door to fight for the African National Congress to win elections. But we are not fighting for the African National Congress to win election with a blank check. We are saying, President, the youth here are not doing door to door for free. They are doing door to door because they believe the ANC will resolve their socio-economic problems. If post-elections, after we win with 100%, the president of the country and SG Fikile Mbalula don't deliver on youth demands, a re tswafe ho ya union building ro e tswalela rena. A re ko emela batho ba e dire, re ko e dira rena because a se rena youth league ya makwala rena. If the SG and the president of the ANC don't deliver on our demands, we'll remove them and install ourselves and lead the country moving forward. Because the youth of this country is ready to take the country forward. The youth of the country has pronounced that enough is enough of Parliament turned into an old age home. Parliament can no longer be a place of old people who want to retire, they retire in Parliament. Parliament is an important corridor of power. And that important corridor of power must reflect majority of you here. Le re bona ke re go listing kwa re zamlo tsenya matsogonyana. Re ba tsentse baswa, a re ba tsentse re ba ile robala kwa parlamenteng ba no ditee. We've sent Bontsako and others to Parliament of Phumzile so that they implement resolutions of the ANC Youth League. As the president of the Youth League, I've made a decision not to go to parliament because me and Comrade Fikile Mbalula, we're going to tell Thuli House again to be a center of power. Uko reporting kwa Thuli kwa. Ntwe abantu basa reporting ba iketsetsa ba tsamaya ka dipulaite ba nagana ke tsa bo mmago bona e fedile. Every Monday, all the young MPs and MPLs and councillors, I want them at the Thuli House every Monday to report to me on what they are doing for young people. And failure to do that, areba pale na le vutamlilo ba re tseba ra actor. Re koko ba batho. The ANC is not a harbor of corrupt and lazy people. The ANC is a parliament of the people. The ANC has existed for over 100 years representing the people of South Africa. It is not an organization created for criminals who want to feed themselves and their families. The ANC is formed to resolve the socio-economic problems of our people. I'm going to deploy the deploy lazy, parliamenteng go represent the jacket chabona le mmagobona le botata go bona. ANC is created to resolve problems of majority South Africans. Was saying, Comrade Panyaza, Nasi Spani. It must not be Nasi Spani of people of Mpumalanga and Limpopo who don't vote here in Gauteng. It must be Nasi Spani of Gauteng people who will vote for the African National Congress. Was saying that volunteers of the ANC must be an example of better life for all. We can't expect volunteers of the ANC to do door-to-door basnadieta, babuchaba to better life for all, bonabasnadieta. We say when you do Nasi Spani Comrade Panyaza, don't have fear. The first people that you must employ are volunteers of the ANC. Because they must reflect Nasi Spani themselves. There's no one who can tell people about better life for all. Bambashile bona. Comrades, lebone akere alesa voti udirala ngakere. La bona Johannesburg Tshwane Ekurhuleni magodu a re tshwere banna. Kwa Ekurhuleni kwa gona le godu la EFF le tja tšhelete ya mmušo le ifa Julius every day. They can't even pay salaries there because they are stealing like nobody's business. Awe ka mo Johannesburg gona le monno mo Marikeni Kunene ba go ja sushi go dima ga basadi. Ba mo tšere ba mo file pass ya mmušo ba re ebe MMC ya transport on behalf of the people of Johannesburg. Now when you don't vote for the ANC, you are going to have issues like Tshwane, where there is no water in Tshwane, because the DA-led government has given criminals water tankers to go around supplying water at the expense of our people. Those criminals, what they do, they close the reservoir so that the water does not go to people of Tshwane, so that they continue to invoice with water tankers. Now it's clear that when the ANC loses power, criminals will take over. The ANC, it is not perfect, comrades. Inaldi posho chayona. That's why when you do door to door, you must start by apologizing to the people of South Africa that the first mistake we did, we gave a grade 2 dropout a country to lead for 10 years. A grade 2 dropout that the ANC taught how to read and write. Today is using the English of the ANC to attack the ANC. Now you must go around apologizing. Retirile posho e kholo raja motho grade 2 ramova country e bohlokwa ya go tswala South Africa. I will apologize on behalf of Comrade Mbalula. I know he was part of those who are saying a grade 2 dropout must be president. We are sorry on behalf of the SG of the ANC. We will never do it again. We will never put a grade 2 dropout to be a president of the country. That grade 2 dropout, utamaile no, ucherim konto we Sizo Mandela, or kim konto we Sisu. o dirile mkhonto wa mala o tsamaya a tšea batho ba bagodu ba fa mokgahlwa wa magodu ba berekiša legacy ya rena ya mkhonto wesizwe to continue the looting of the movement. Comrade SG, it can't be right that we've got doctors and teachers who are saying they're unemployed in South Africa. What do you say to a young person who wants to study when you tell them that there is an unemployed doctor? Can you imagine those that have dropped out in matric? It means there is no hope. Now we're saying that all the doctors and the teachers must be placed in employment because the demand requires them to be placed in employment. It can't be right that we have shortages of doctors in clinics and hospitals, but we've got young doctors who are unemployed. It can't be right that we've got overcrowding in classrooms, but we are told that there are teachers who are unemployed. Those issues must be resolved on an urgent basis. Criminals. Maphodisa a magodu re gopela gore pekele a barake o rena tsamaye. We can't have criminals wearing uniform, call themselves police, expecting them to guard and safeguard our people. The youth here no longer has confidence in the police system because the police are criminal themselves today. We're saying, SG, please take the message to the president that the unemployed youth here, they are ready to become police officers to guard their own country. He must not fear to fire all the police there and put the youth here to safeguard their country. Women and children can't live in fear in their own country because of criminals who have taken the law into their own hands. It can't be right that there are forums moving around here, threatening people and projects, making people to pay rent in their own country, while we have law enforcement officers. We need to start acting. I know, Comrade Panyaza, we have been acting and putting cameras everywhere to safeguard our issues. We want the Department of Police to also support that program. South Africa can be a crime zone when we have police who are expected to guard this country. The youth here, they are prepared to take over that responsibility. Comrade Panyaza, we see your efforts of transformers in all our townships. We have put transformers where there were no transformers. We know that the criminals will go and corrupt or steal those transformers. We're calling upon the youth here to guard and protect those transformers, because those transformers are put there to resolve the problems of our people. Comrades, mekete ya dikatse le dikatsinyana e fedile. The ANC Youth League of Peter Mokaba is back and vibrant and fighting everywhere. Yesterday we were in the Northern Cape. Today we're in Gauteng. Next week we're in Mpumalanga. We're in Northwest. The Youth League was formed to defend the ANC every time it's under siege. The Youth League is a body of opinion on the ANC. The Youth League mobilizes for the ANC. The Youth League gives new energy to the ANC. The Youth League defends the ANC when the ANC is under attack. Now that the ANC is under attack, the Youth League of Peter Mokaba is saying the ANC will never be attacked when we are around. Le mone ola wa mamina uzamile Moses Mabhida kwa ya mopalela ajwa mamina kwa a ithutela a tshogile o feditse gale o bolela since the Youth League is back monna ola wa mamina a sa roga ANC leadership because he knows very well that the ANC Youth League will defend and protect its leaders. Was sent to Comrade TK, the secretary of the ANC in Gauteng. Let's govern peacefully. Leave us with the opposition. We'll attend to them. Do it peacefully. Don't worry about anybody else. The ANC Youth League of Peter Mokaba will attend to them. It is not a blank check, Comrade Panyaza. We're demanding not less than 4 MECs who are young here in Gauteng. We can't have MEC that, oh, 1 year. We're demanding 4 who are young in Gauteng. When I be also go reach Comrade Panyaza, I also appointed the training on Amo, what a saber Namo Gauteng. Retore Cosas, Retore Sasco, Retore YCL, Youth League, Recau shoot like a pelagari train, a ready pass. Comrade Mbalula, SG of the ANC and President of the Youth League. We are not going to get one minister nyana there. Funa 50% Aluampasha. We've deployed young MPs here. They are very nice on the list, some of them. Renagababona Watamagadi Pulai, Timo Alexander, Moadra up and down. But it's all about the issue about to South Africa. Those that have committed that will retire. We want to thank those that have retired. They're in parliament and cabinet. They must encourage their friends to follow them. We can't have pensioners there who are not want to retire. Rabahopela in peace. Rabahopela gore, the advisor Charena, will come to them for wisdom. But other issues, Abarikoela with our energy to resolve. What they have not done in 30 years, they can't do it now. We need a new broom of young people to sweep. Now, we're not going to, I don't expect the cabinet of Sarabaposa, after we get 100% victory, to be represented by pensioners. Mara President Jana wa teleja wana mudimu wa zeba. Arabolela Youth League wakwa. I'm sure you've seen the president of the ANC. He's very radicalized now since the Youth League is back. Asa chuga. Wazeba ore. Atwarama khodu kamu defend. We told the president that those who are corrupt, arrest them. Don't be scared to arrest them, we'll defend you. Don't be scared to appoint the youth in cabinet, we'll defend you. Because the youth that we have of Peter Mugaba is a fearless youth. Comrades, all of these things I've mentioned will never be achieved if the Youth League is uneducated. We want the reskilling of the youth. Their skills must respond to the economic demand of this country. The sitters must stop taking back money to treasury. They must use the money to keep the youth busy. While we are resolving the issue of unemployment, all young people must be in training centers, trained to respond to the economic demand of this country. We can't have the youth running around the streets on drugs when they have a budget to resolve their own problems. NEFSAS was not created for even corruption. A lot of students have not received their stipends because of the corruption of NEFSAS. Was saying, Comrade SG, if Comrade Blaine Zimande is not prepared to fire the board of NEFSAS and administration, he must go himself. It can't be that kids from very poor background, who the ANC has created a platform for them to go to school, they can't get stipends or go to school because NEFSAS is corrupted by criminals. NEFSAS is a trust fund of poor kids of South Africa. It is not a platform of criminals to steal from them. We want to declare Comrade Ntsako, in conclusion, because the keynote speaker today is the SG of the ANC, that we have not visited the Johannesburg Stock Exchange in a long time. The Johannesburg Stock Exchange has harbored companies there that are not giving back to the youth of South Africa. We're saying that we need a massive march to the Johannesburg Stock Exchange to tell the private sector that they are taking from us, they must give back to the youth of South Africa. It can't be that a street away from here in Sandton, people live better than here in Alexander. We're saying enough is enough. Mukiti Wadikazi le dikatsinyana o fedile. Re re batjha ba South Africa ba ready go lwela dilo tša bona gore maphelo a bona a change. Maphelo a bona ba mathateng. Baswa a ba sa go le o jola ka go bona ba bereki. O jola jwang o sa bereki? Ka gobane o jola ke data, ke airtime, ke Uber, ke lunch, o tla jola jwang o sa bereki? Baswa ba kgone o jola Comrade Panyaza a ba bereki. Batho ba hladiwa mo. Ba hladiwa batho mo, basadi a bana banna, banna bana basadi ka gobana ba bereki. Le di-meeting tša family, a o sa bitšiwa family meetings, a o sa bereki because you can't contribute anything. You must always wait for that uncle that is always late in family meetings because he's the only one who can afford. Even if you arrive early in the meeting, if you're not working, your grandmother won't even take your views. Now, the dignity of the youth has been taken away from them. We're saying the ANC must restore the dignity of the youth. And to restore the dignity of the youth, you must give them education. To restore the dignity of the youth, you must give them jobs. To restore the dignity of the youth, you must give them businesses. That is the only way this youth here will continue to defend the African National Congress. Because the African National Congress is under attack. And it's only you here who will defend them. And if yourselves here don't mobilize and vote for the ANC, all of these demands will never be implemented. Because it's only the ANC that can implement and resolve socio-economic problems of our people. It has proven over 30 years that it's able to change lives of our people. But more must be done. The better life for all must be reflection here. Now, comrades, ningabe amagwala, ningasabi, asenempini, niyabasaba na, niyabasaba na. Umandela ujayihlome, umandela ujayihlome ihlasele.